Hi, welcome to my little video inspired by JonLevi. He's a YouTuber right here in YouTube, and he points out things on Google Earth, on boots on the ground trips that he himself does and other YouTubers do, and then compares it to the accepted narrative, such as history books, recordings by Wikipedia, dictionaries. And he points out that most of these were not only built in the 1800s, but possibly before the 1800s. Because of how faded the buildings are, how faded the pictures are, how so many photos have horse and buggy, how immaculate and huge many of these structures are, with people standing around beside their horse and cart. Look at how grand this is. Did they really build things like that while using chamber pots and outhouses? Look at how huge that city is. Look at the architecture at the top. They put a lot of effort into that. Look how much effort was put into this piece and how deeply under the mud it is. Look how many buildings. Look at the size of those buildings and the detail. How long ago do you think this photo was taken? What is with all the rubble all around? Look at that majestic man. Look at the size of that dome. What a beautiful structure. What is that, copper? Brass? How heavy is that to erect? How many stones did they lift and carve? Did they pour cement? Did they carve it? How could they build it so tall? How many horses did it take? Okay, let's say they used oxen. How many oxen did it take to lift things to the tops of these buildings? How much money did they use, or did they have? How much money did they have? How much time did they have? Did you notice this isn't just in Europe? This one's in Vietnam. And how do you carve marble? Like a rope. Have you ever tried to carve rock? Ever? The beauty. The absolute beauty of all these structures. So much care and so much talent. Masterpieces. This piece is in San Francisco. can you see all the detail? How did they get that way up there? So precisely. So precise. That's a feat. That is quite the feat. And those fountains back there. Why were they using outhouses if they could make fountains? Look at that beautiful building. Look at how tall and how cared for the builder was in his work and design. Very unique. Look at all those people. The columns and the domes are all over every continent. I'm just trying to give you an example from one simple search for old buildings from the 1800s. And what is with this? Look at this. What, did they build on top of something else? What is that all about? Would you look at that beauty and how old it is? Did you see how old the people were? That's in Sioux City, Iowa. 1850. Seriously? Seriously. And look at this. Look at this. I think these are the people that had time to write Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, Tchaikovsky music and Shakespeare plays. Is that not right? They had time and they had talent. But you know what I really think is going on? A lot of these buildings have been destroyed. And they say a lot of them were destroyed by fire, but really, a lot of them were probably destroyed by bombs, like in the Vietnam War, Iran War, World War I and II, and etc. You could probably come up with a few of your own. Is that the White House? What's that under the White House? I don't know how many photos they have of this, like this, but I've only seen one, maybe two. They certainly didn't teach me about this in school. I think people that could build this wonderfully could probably figure out how to heat it and cool it, feed themselves in magnificently easy ways. You know, like Tesla. Do you know there's a theory out that Tesla probably could have back-engineered all that free energy? All that free energy technology? That's a thought. He could have back-engineered it from buildings like this. Maybe he found it in buildings like this. Otherwise, they're burning wood and coal. I don't see any fireplaces on any of these buildings. I guess everybody in them just used little chamber pots. I don't know. I'm trying to point out to you, it's in plain sight, in front of your very own eyes. Right here. In plain sight. Is it really what the narrative is telling us? What if there is really free energy? And I'm not even going to mention free healing. because that's a theory too, that I personally believe in because I have purchased some. But we'll just stick to free energy. To heat these things, to build these things. Look at that person over there on the left. Look at that carving over on the right. How high up does that go? Who made that? What's that built of? Ugh. So JonLevi points out these things, and he gets into so much better detail than I. This is all inspired by him. Check out JonLevi's channel on JonLive on YouTube. Pick out something that just strikes your fancy. Give him a chance to really show you what really might be going on and what it could lead to. Actually to a better future. What if we all got them all to disclose to us if there's really any kind of free energy? How about in the library in the Vatican? Or other such machine gun guarded places? Yeah, they have machine guns guarding the library at the Vatican. Did you not know that? And look at this beautiful, tall building. It's a masterpiece, like every single photo we've seen. Now, I wonder if this building is still in Shanghai. That was a pretty current photograph. Look at this majestic carving in front of that amazing, beautiful building. Decked out in every little detail, anything they can put on there. Look at those people at the bottom. These colorized note cards, postcards. Antiquitech, that's what I think they're pointing out in that red circle. Look at this, built over the water. Do you know how hard that is to do? Why would you even attempt that? Maybe it was flooded. Maybe, who knows if that water was there when they built it. Look at all the people. Look at how old this is. Look at how huge these are. Brussels, Palais de Justice. Oh, hell. Pardon my French. This is a beauty. I apologize if this particular photo is a repeat. Bonus. JonLevi at the Utah Capitol. Thank you, John.